Welcome arm wrestlers, I'm Pradeep from Arm Wrestling News and I have a couple of interesting news updates for you in this video. And towards the end I have one question for you. I request your opinions on that. So please make sure you watch the video till the end. Juji Mufu was live on Michael Todd's channel. A couple of interesting updates from that video. Juji was initially invited to pull Larry Wheels in Dubai on May 28th. But he declined the offer because in his words, he wasn't ready for it and 2 months wasn't enough time.
Not in Dubai, but in the future, perhaps.
Did
I
you
wasn't trained for it. I was actually invited, but
Did you really?
I was not ready for it, man.
Oh, you're invited for that match.
I was invited to be part of the event. Yeah.
Oh,
Juji and Larry have arm wrestled in 2018, and with whatever little arm wrestling training Juji had at that time, he was clearly a little bit stronger than Larry at that day. Would I be happy if Larry faced Juji instead of Schoolboy? No, absolutely not. Because the match has to have at least one person that is considered as a genuine arm wrestler by the arm wrestling world. Now, if this match was supposed to happen, can Juji still give a fight to Larry knowing the fact that Larry has been training arm wrestling for nearly 2 years now? I don't think so, not without training. Because Larry also had a very close match with Hafthor that day, and on their recent meeting, Larry was pinning Hafthor with ease. Now, that difference in his strength can be attributed to the fact that Hafthor has lost nearly 150 pounds since the last time. But still, it was a significant strength gap between them to the point that he said, I used to beat this guy, how did he get so strong suddenly? He said he would be doing bodybuilding and arm wrestling simultaneously. Another important update. Michael Todd said that the number of pay-per-view sales for May 28th from his link alone is 3700. And if this data is correct, we can get a rough estimate about the total number of sales. To get this estimated number, we need to know about 5 major ways from which the organizers are drawing sales. Number of sales from Devon's link, number of sales from Larry's link, number of sales from Michael Todd's link, number of sales from Schoolboy's link, and the people who directly logged on to Core Sports World to buy the pay-per-view. And Michael's sales numbers could easily be the second lowest in this list. Let's say if the sales number goes up to 20,000. Early bird price was $4, then $6, and now about $9. That is easily around $100,000 in pay-per-view money. And keep in mind the fact that Rebecca said the organizers are expecting the most number of sales during the last few days before the match. Based on the assumptions, you can do the rest of calculations. Out of Michael, Devon, and Schoolboy, Schoolboy is the only one who is getting paid from the pay-per-view earnings because there is no winning bonus or appearance fees for his match. Now this one is off topic. Do you also think that Michael has very small hands for a 6'3" guy? I thought this may be one of the smallest hands at that height, and it is worth mentioning that despite the small hand, he is still the most dominant hand-based arm wrestler in the world. But I am just over 5'10" and I have a 8.5-inch hand. Anyways, moving forward to the next most important news of the week. Vitaly Lalatin updated the fans with the top 8 news. Top 8 season will be happening this year with the first match happening in July. Vitaly was scheduled to fight Krasimir in 2020. That match will be happening in August this year. And not every top 8 arm wrestler will be able to travel at a given location on a given day due to travel restrictions, obviously. So, unlike the last time, all 4 matches of one stage will not take place at the same event. These matches will be held in Moscow, Dubai, and in Ukraine, depending on travel restrictions of the athletes involved. This is a very important news for the arm wrestling world, and whether Igor or top 8 athletes would agree to it or not, the upcoming Devon vs Michael match in Dubai and the recent and upcoming events in Istanbul by Engin Terzi, they definitely have an impact on Igor's decision. Igor was really taking some heat from the arm wrestling world for not letting his athletes compete when there was no arm wrestling going on, especially Levan Saginashvili. Everyone, including guys like Devon, were saying that the world is changing and if Igor does not get on board in time, he may be left behind. So here we are. Finally, he decided to organize some events this year. However, Igor did plan to organize Top 8 last year also, but it was totally dependent on the pandemic situations. This is not the case this time anymore, because things look more planned this time. Finally, in today's news update, I want you to share your opinion on this photo posted by Engin Terzi in the group Arm Wrestling Engin. I hope the people who said they will not support the event just because I am organizing it is honest enough not to watch it for the same reason. Should an organizer be expecting the audience not to watch his own event just because they didn't pay for it or just because he hates the organizer? I don't think so. And to be honest, I was not really able to understand this post really well because he has written people but also written is honest enough and not are honest enough. So if he is talking about a single person, then it makes sense. But if he is saying that to hundreds of people who may in fact think like that, then I don't know, man, if it is the right thing to do or not. Anyways, I just wanted to know what are your thoughts on this. Please let me know in the comment section. If you like the videos I make, support me on Patreon, give this video a thumbs up, share it with someone who thinks like you. My name is Pradeep and I thank you so much for watching.